So you've recently picked up the guitar. Good for you. Well, wow. Oh, you're trying to learn the bar chord? Oh God, no, no. Okay, well, you're not very good at this. Okay, you need help. Okay, yeah, you need help. Okay, let's give you some help. Alrighty. So the very first thing you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to develop the callus over here. You can start doing this even if you're a beginner. So what you're going to want to do is put your finger on the first fret. I mean, not first fret, fifth fret, because it's easier than the first fret. First fret, it's the hardest to bar chord on. I'm no science guy, but that's my experience. And then you want to put your finger here, and then you put it on the next string. Can you bar both of those? Cool. Move up to the third one. Move up to the fourth. And you get the idea all the way until you can do all of them with the one. Alright, and to test that, you can go like this and play each individually with your pick or however you want to do it. Just make sure they're all ringing out clearly and you're not messing it up. Okay, so one thing you have to understand is it's going to take a while to build the callus up because, well, there's a lot of callus to put on it. So if we're doing the classic F chord, sounds pretty good, huh? You're gonna want to be using your index finger to block the first two strings and the last string. Your other fingers are gonna be taking care of the rest of the strings. So you just gotta worry about the first two and the last one. It's actually pretty easy once you can just understand the kind of technique that goes with it, so you don't have to do some sort of garbage weird thing where you try and block more strings than you have to. Alright? Another thing to say is proper hand position when you're trying to get your bar chords. Okay, so you know how you sometimes move your hand and then you move it like this so you can play like high notes? Yeah, this is a terrible position when you're trying to play bar chords. You're not gonna bar like this and kill your hand. You want your hand to be like straight, okay? Like straight, flat, and your thumb's just like hugging the back of it. It's just hugging the back of it, just like this. You don't have to be too nitpicky with this kind of stuff, but just know that you want it straight and it's not curving it because that'll kill your hand. Let's move on to how to get rid of the pain. Even though you were going to experience a lot of pain because this thing is so annoying to play through. But let's show you some ways. So you're not going to want to squeeze super hard with your thumb because that's going to end up burning you out super fast. And if you're trying to play these super long songs with a lot of bar chord usage, you're going to burn out. So you're going to want to use this thing over here with your shoulder. You turn the guitar like this while you're holding it. So if I'm trying to bar this, I don't even know how to use my thumb. That sounds horrible. Let's do something better. So like that. I don't really need to use my thumb for that, but when you use the two in tandem, it's really helpful and you don't have to apply a lot of pressure and your thumb doesn't die super fast. So I can just go like no sweat. Do that for forever. Practice that and it'll do you worlds of good. So now let's talk about the mindset you want to have when learning the bar chord. So it's going to take a very long time. Let me tell you a story. So when I was starting to learn the bar chord, I was learning this song from Andrew Foy called Gurunch or Guringer, whatever it's called. Shout out Andrew Foy, super cool guy, love him. Anyways, I was stuck on this part for like 6 months. So let me just show you what it is. So I go here. So yeah, that like killed me. I didn't even know how to play this kind of thing. I'm like, I don't have 6 fingers. Like how the heck? And then another part, I didn't know, how does he jump into the chord? Guy's a wizard. And then after some time and time, you just learn to get into the chord shape. You just do it over and over and over again. Practice and practice and practice, and eventually you get it. And if you really want something, I think you can get it. You look like you have a good eye for what you want. I believe in you. Okay, so what I'm about to tell you, is the most important thing that no one says on YouTube. And that was pretty much that your bar chord is not always going to be able to cover all the strings. That's right. Yeah. It's not always going to work. You're going to have to adjust it and learn about it. So I'll give you a quick example. Let's show you how to do that. So there's this part in George Morel's song called Danza where he goes, so now let me show you a few of the mistakes that you can make. So after this part, you're playing 4 on the top and then 3 on the middle of it, I guess. So it's really easy to mess up the 4th string if I have my index finger slightly too low. It doesn't ring clear. So I have to move it upward, so part of my finger is covering that. All of that is ringing clear, so that part's good. Okay, what about the next part? So after I go, then I have to move my whole bar chord down a bit, and since I'm playing the top string, the 2nd string, and the 5th string, it's got to be moved down, so part of the finger is blocking the 5th string. So it'll look like this. Wrong one. Be there. If I have it too high, the 5th string doesn't ring clear, but the 6th one does. You see what I'm talking about there? Like, you gotta move it up and down to be able to get the string you want. Here's a really big secret. If you're playing a tab that by someone, they are human. They work with the exact same kind of finger as you. I don't care what your gender is or anything. People just know how to maneuver it better than you do. They have better calluses than you do. And they are more experienced. But don't let that bother you. You have the capability to do whatever you want. Anything. And that includes learning the bar chord. Okay, bonus tip. I'll show you all the kind of calluses and things I've had to develop so you can just know what to watch out for. So here's the song. It's called Midnight Star by Seiji Ukasa. I love this song. Did you see that? The slide? So what it ends up using this part. I have like a bump here now. You probably can't see that. But since it's the knuckle is like right in the middle of the 2 strings, it gets really irritated. So that's another callus you gotta build. And then you also have this fun one where you put the thumb on the top string if you're like trying to play some sort of hammer on, or you could just do the normal. It's kind of preference. So there's those 2. Oh, another one. If you're trying to play a bar chord like this one and you have your pinky out, it's all ringing clear, so that's good. So, when I first tried to do that, I kept failing and missing up the 2nd and 5th string. You have to maneuver it and also understand when you have to turn your pinky, that moves your bar chord, and you're not going to be used to that at first. So what you want to do is you tilt your index finger slightly so you're able to reach that with your pinky. Okay? Well, if by this point you are tired and you really don't want to play this kind of chord anymore, here's this video so you don't have to do it anymore. Yeah. Later.